So here is a short story which blind and visually impaired persons can easily learn many lessons from. So this story, I first heard it from Sadhguru. He is a religious and a spiritual leader. It was a short, beautiful story. But I modified it because my son, he is participating in a storytelling competition, and so I modified the story so that it matches the competition guidelines. It will be less than 3 minutes and it has 4 lessons that every child, every adult and every blind person can learn. So here's the story that I modified and I rewrote it for my son. Once upon a time in North India, there was a forest, and in this forest there lived a tiny little bird. It was cute, but the bird was lazy. "Are you coming with us? We need to fly south because the winter is coming and we need to hurry," said this tiny bird's best friend. "No, let me stay here for some more time. It's not winter yet, and I like this tree, I like this forest. I want to stay here for some more time. You can go on. I will join you later," said the tiny little bird. So the birds, every other bird left. They flied south, and that year winter came fast. It was there within a few weeks. So by the time this bird, our tiny little bird, decided to fly, it was too late. So when she tried to fly, her wings froze up. She couldn't move, she couldn't fly, and so she fell down. It was freezing cold on the ground, and the bird thought sadly, "Am I going to die here in this snow, in this freezing ground?" That's when a cow came by and dropped a heap of cow dung on top of this bird, which was lying still. The bird thought, "Oh my God, I'm into more trouble now." The cow dung, it was foul smelling, but it was warm. And since it was warm, the bird's frozen wings started melting. And now the bird could move her wings slowly. She was happy so that she would be able to fly soon. So being happy, she started tweeting. And that's when a wild cat came by. This cat was hungry. It heard the bird singing, and it realized that the bird was not singing from a tree because the bird's tweets were coming from the ground. So the cat listened for the sound and found the heap of dung. The cat pulled out the bird from the heap of dung and in one gulp swallowed the bird. That was the end of the bird. And that's the end of the story as well. But there are 4 lessons we can learn from this little story. And these 4 lessons are the key highlights of the story. So lesson number 1. Laziness always gets you into trouble. Lesson number 2. Everyone who puts you into trouble is not your enemy. That means the cow. The bird thought the cow dung was trouble, but it was not. Lesson number 3. Everyone who pulls you out of trouble is not your friend. This is about the cat. The cat pulled the bird out of the heap of dung, but it was not the bird's friend. And finally, when you are in big trouble, you need to keep your mouth shut. That's it. That's the small story. We can learn from it. There are 4 lessons. And as a blind person or a visually impaired person, if you got to learn something new from this story, consider subscribing to this show. This is Money is Blind podcast. My name is Prasoon. I'm a legally blind entrepreneur. I've been doing this podcast for the last 1.5 years now, and I plan to continue this 5 days a week. It's weekend. I wish all of you have a great one. I will talk to you next week. You guys take care. Bye-bye.